For these watching, listen. We're going into this video blind originally, but after the fact, we learned some things, and we're going to include that in the video. So if you just want to skip to that, it'll probably be time-stamped, okay? All right, here's the main video today.
This is not my normal video. I don't normally just sit down and talk to the camera, just talk to you guys.
Damn, Recaro seats. Okay, my boy. Hey!
What does that mean?
It's just a brand of seats. It's
good?
Yeah, sports car.
Okay.
You know, I don't want you to see who I am.
Then
That shit's dark.
Sorry. And don't post it. Let me just... I'm sorry.
We get it. You're a boomer. Let the young people...
I don't understand these boys posting some shit on the internet with their phone talking to themselves. But I'd allow it because he's a white man.
I didn't see that coming.
That shit's dark. And I know, it's social media. I'm supposed to act cool. I'm supposed to show you the sports car I'm sitting in right now. I'm supposed to take my shirt off, show you my physique. I could use to pull any girl I want, right? Because that's what you want to see. What you don't want to hear is that I'm 25. I have a crippling porn addiction. I've spent probably $20,000 on
Editor, you're going to have some words to censor.
Well, one, pornography.
Yeah, pornography is crazy.
Pornography?
Pornography is crazy. I get it. I understood where it came from. I just never heard that full throat word. You know what I just pictured? I pictured a scene where it's like a bed on a farm and there's just corns rubbing off on each other.
With a whole lot of butter melting on that shit. Oh, yeah, you like that? You dirty little corn, you like that?
Oh my God!
Oh, yo.
We are going straight to hell. We are not collecting 200 because this man's out here bearing his heart, and we're like, pornography.
You like that? You dirty little corn.
I have no sex lives because I have erectile dysfunction whenever I try to get with a girl. And I'm just sexually confused as fuck. And I'm just really fucked up. And I think one of the reasons why I was so drawn to...
This is like, did he shoot this hours later? What just happened? The lighting completely changed. Okay. This is going to sound insensitive, and this is just my brain going. For some reason, this feels like an act. I don't know why I'm thinking that. What is this guy? So this guy kind of talks about dating, talks about using PDs. I guess he's thinking about taking his life in some of the videos. He has videos from a year ago talking about goodbye. I'm struggling to find reasons. So who knows? Maybe this is real. I'll just keep watching.
I think one of the reasons why I was so drawn to in the first place is because I was raised in a super religious household where, like, before marriage, things like that, they were just these despicable, awful sins, right? And so naturally, in order to satisfy my sexual urges, I was turning towards instead. I'm not a neuroscientist or anything like that. But you just think about starting any behavior at such an impressionable age and then continuing that behavior for 10 years. And then continuing that behavior for 10 years. Just think about it.
Am I crazy?
That was the worst attempt of fake crying.
Does it not look performative?
It looks performative. It looks very performative.
Okay, I don't know anything about this dude. I'm just telling you what my instincts tell me when I watch it. It looks like a performance. I've seen a lot of dudes who are sad, and look, maybe this is real. It just looks awkward. And I will say, considering this guy has made a lot of content in the past about self-deletion, has been very popular. Part of me
think that that's his thing.
Yes.
It's like it went like this.
It makes me think when bad actors try to cry. That's what it looks like. Yeah. Be in the comments. You let me know if you didn't think that was weird.
And you just think about like what kind of damage that could do. You know, my life is ruined, man. I'll never get that picture perfect family, white picket fence. Because I can't love.
Okay, stop. I'm sorry, I don't know a man on this planet who talks like that. I'll never get that picture perfect white picket fence. That is a line we used to use like 20, 30 years ago. What guy in their mid-20s is using that line today?
Nah, bro.
Nah. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to come out and say the same way if I seen a girl who I thought was faking. Yeah, this dude look like he's faking. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I've seen what men's pain looks like a lot of times. It doesn't look like this. I think this is fake. That's
Well, when I watch corn, they fake all the time. Why can't I?
This looks like a performance.
It looks like a performance.
Because I can't love. I can't love. I can't feel anything, man. God, sometimes I just wish I was allowed to be a kid, man. I'm like, what the fuck was I supposed to do? I was a normal, healthy kid with normal sex drive, and I was taught to suppress it, man. And you want to know what the most twisted part about all this shit is? I'm not even attracted to girls in real life. And you want to know how I know that, man? You want to know how I know that, man? Because I get erectile dysfunction whenever I try to get with a girl. I'm like damaged, man. I'm like disaffected, and it fucking sucks because I don't want to be alone. It sucks not being able to feel or give love. I've tried relationships and they just fucking fail. Because I'm a monster, I can't feel anything. Sometimes I feel like I'm a sociopath, something fucked like that. And eventually you accept what you are. So you do what you can to feel something. Because all you ever feel is nothing, you know, so in an effort just to feel some kind of like intimacy, feel something.
I'll be honest with you, I've never seen a man try to cry this
So
much
hard.
and not a single tear came out. Ever. In my experience, men try to hold back the tears best as they can because if they try even for once, that shit comes flooding out. This dude is trying and there's nothing happening in his eyes. I'm listening, but everything in my brain's firing off saying this is super fake.
I started paying girls in real life to do things. And you know what really jacked me up is one of the girls, she started catching feelings. And it's like, damn, like how do you tell this girl, like, sorry, I can't feel anything, I'm a fucking monster. You know, the last girl that I dated, you know, she made me feel like I was normal. And I think that's why I tried to hold on to her so hard. And I know you're watching this video. I'm not strong enough to call or text you, but I just want you to know that I'm sorry. Because I know I hurt you. You have no idea how beautiful I think you are, and you mean so much to me.
I'm sorry. No, I'm stopping. I'm not watching this shit, bro.
No.
I'm done watching. This looks super fake.
What the comments say? Go ahead.
While you're reading this, he's probably jacking it right now.
Internet is.
Don't kill me. Let's do a follow-up. So I found this out after you left.
Okay.
Where do I start?
By crying.
Honestly, I never.
All right, let's just let him get his shit off.
I'm sorry.
All right, no worries.
I'm
really
not
thought
sorry.
All right.
And I'll do it again.
Honestly, I never really thought I would make this video. I'm guessing a lot of you are probably gonna feel pretty let down by this. You might even feel a bit betrayed. But I'm guessing you probably just feel lied to. And that's because you have been. I lied to you. So clearly, I'm a piece of shit, right? I never asked any of you to look up to me. I'm not your God. I am not a king. I am a man. I am fallible. All I ever wanted to do on here was to be relatable and to be personal, to be your friend. I never asked to be pedestalized. I never asked for any of that. So I want to make it very clear, in this video, I will not be apologizing for a mistake I made. I'm simply owning up to that mistake and taking accountability as a man.
Okay, and if you're wondering what the mistake is, essentially, this guy claimed to be a natty bodybuilder, and
He's not.
He's not. So he got exposed for lying, and now he's apologizing.
And that is why you will not hear me say sorry today. Because the truth of the matter is, right, is this making this video right now is debatably one of the most selfless things I have ever done in my entire
Selfless
life. You know,
with the angle changes and shit. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Selfless? If you don't get the fuck out of everything is a fucking documentary with this dude.
He said the most selfless.
Yo, fuck out of
He
here.
says, why do you guys look up to me? I don't owe you an apology. All I wanted to do was be personable. I wanted to be your friend. Well, if my friend lies to my face,
Then he knows me an apology.
what the fuck are you talking? This guy's a sociopath. And you know what? I feel even better about what I said last video.
Go off.
This guy is a psycho.
Go off.
And honestly, when I was watching the last video, it felt like an alien trying to pretend to be human.
Yes, it
That's
felt like Elon Musk.
Yeah, like genuinely, it looks like he's wearing somebody else's skin and he doesn't know how to be a person. Listen to how he talks.
Nah, B.
And there's someone else filming behind him being like, yo, this is a good script. That means there's two crazy motherfuckers.
No.
entire life. You know, the real truth of it is that I could continue to lie about this, keep making money from it, and none of you would ever know, just as most of your favorite fitness influencers do. And do you know why they do that? Sure, yes, some of them likely use it for financial and social gain, of course. But the real reason is because the fitness industry is toxic as shit. I am going to be crucified.
Oh, change the scenery. Get the fuck out. Bro, this is worse than crying. It's worse than fake crying. That means that he repeated his whole script twice in a different setting.
Sociopath, okay?
For this shit. And that is why people are so afraid to talk about it. Logistically speaking, this is a very stupid decision I'm making to talk about this. Specifically, financially. Right now, I'm making more money than I ever have in my entire life. I made 10 grand off of YouTube alone last month. And the reality of this is that this could cause a lot of you to withdraw your support from it.
I hope this video right here that we're about to do causes you to lose money. You dumb fuck. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop playing this video because
I don't believe in it.
I don't believe in it, but I think this is a real problem for a lot of people. It's just that he has a lot of videos for the last couple of years. I hate my life and I want to be happy again. Telling my girlfriend about my prawn addiction, her reaction. I'm incapable of giving love the effects of prawn. So this is 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
And he's still? So like, to me at a certain point, it's like, okay, I want to off myself. I want to off myself. I want to off myself. So you've been making videos for 6 years. I'm like, either you really suck at offing yourself or this is a little bit of an act.
I understand what you're saying.
Like, and the problem is there's a monetary gain you gain from this.
And attention.
So let's say hypothetically he's really going through it and he's feeling horrible at himself. And this is the one thing that makes him feel better. Of course you're going to start making, like you've already talked about it 7 times. There's no way you can keep talking.
So what are you saying? He's treating his channel
Imagine if I made a channel, okay, and I already had 9 or 10 videos talking about the death of my father, which has never happened on this channel. But let's say I did. And they were videos that hit like 1 million, 500,000 views. Okay, by the 10th video talking about the trauma, I've pretty much explored every fucking angle. But I'm still making the same video. At some point, it's performance. And I didn't even know he did these other videos before watching this. But my radar was going off. Then I find the history. It's like, okay, yeah, this is not real.
Yeah, I saw you when you put your phone from this to this, you're searching shit.
Yeah.
So you was watching the video and you was like, let me just see what this guy is about. I saw you when you did that. And I understand you did that. I understand that you did that because it's really weird.
Like, okay, I'm gonna read some other titles. The loneliest I've ever felt. That's, again, we're like 70.
Actually,
hold on.
go back.
I did go back. I'm 22 years old, loser, and I live with my parents.
How long ago?
2 years. My experience with being ugly, similar to the other guy. So this guy's hyper clickbaity, okay? They want you to keep watching corn. I'm struggling to find a reason to live. There's one that says goodbye with him, like, let's see if he cries in this video. Goodbye.
was getting a little too fancy with my drone earlier this morning, right? And
All right, hold up. He's in the car. I have to skip ahead because it's just him working out. What the fuck is this thumbnail?
Before I end this video, I thought I should probably address the elephant in the room. If you've seen some of my recent videos, you'd know that I've been dealing with a little bit of depression recently, and during it all, my hair just got super long, as you saw in the beginning of the video.
Okay. And the comments flamed him.
Of course.
You know what? I did not expect this to be about this guy's hair. This is actually fucking...
Is it about his guy's hair?
It's about his haircut. Like he said, I was depressed for a long time, so I didn't cut my hair. And I had to
No,
cut.
but what's the title?
Goodbye.
Oh, goodbye to hair.
Crying in the thumbnail. That's funny.
You're as bad as this dude.
Don't even play with me.
You did the same thing with my hair, bruh. You did the same thing. Everybody thought, look at the comments. Everybody tuned in and thought I was leaving.
Nah, you know what? No.
You're the same dude.
Stop. I don't care what nobody says. This motherfucker's faking it, okay? And any of you guys in the comments,
100%.
come see me and tell me that cry was not the fakest thing you've ever seen.
Straight up.
That was the fakest. I don't care.
Yes.
Oh, Albie, you're an asshole. I don't want to lie to you guys, okay? Just because men are like, no, I know it's a real problem. That's a fake fucking cry.
You're saying you're an ass? You are.
Yeah.
Being nice is not a good thing, bro. And that is the asshole thing to do, but I think you're right.
And you know what?
I think
also
you're
say this,
right.
it's almost worse when a guy does it, because generally, like, we respect it when men cry, because they cry about real shit, right? They're really deeply sad about something that really matters to them. And this dude's out here faking it.
I think one of the reasons why I was so drawn to in the first place is because I was raised in a super religious household where, like, before marriage, things like that, they were just these despicable, awful sins, right?
Yep, that checks out. That's a lot of the people who I've met who have issues with relationships, a lot of that were raised in very religious households. And I don't think it's necessarily religion the thing. I think what it is all the taboos within these kinds of families to discuss anything related. So because it's such a thing that's hidden away from them and they never discuss, well, people who are curious or end up finding about it have no one else to talk to about it. So they just go deeper online or they go deeper into the cornhole. There's also just so much shame associated with it. So what ends up happening is that you have this pleasurable feeling that you think is good for you, but then you also have this intense feeling of shame that comes afterwards with what you've been, and you have very few people to talk about it with. So your brain develops like a really weird relationship with this kind of orgasmic release because you hate yourself for it, then you hate what's making you feel good about it, and you have all these competing thoughts which muddies your brain. Yeah, that's the best way I could describe it.
The same thing happens with food disorders. People that have food disorders and eating disorders, should I say, they experience the same thing. If they have like very restrictive diet, or the parents are really oriented on that, oh, you eat too much, or you're fat, or you need to lose some weight when you're a kid, it's gonna affect you, and eventually you're gonna have a weird rapport with food. Eventually you're gonna be like, yeah, you dirty little corn, you like that, and then you're gonna eat corn. Full circle, you see? Circle like the hole, the corn hole. All right.
For marriage. And so naturally, in order to satisfy my sexual urges, I was turning towards instead. I'm not a neuroscientist or anything like that. But you just think about starting any behavior at such an impressionable age and then continuing that behavior for 10 years.
I'm not gonna lie, 15 is pretty late. In modern standards, even when I was a kid, 15 is pretty late. Because I can honestly say I didn't see my first thing, at 12. And I know kids even younger. 15 sounds pretty late because motherfuckers are talking about that shit probably by the time you hit 13, 12.
Remember Blurry?
Oh, fuck. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro. I just realized it started even younger.
But it was not corn. It was erotica, which is not the same thing. You didn't see bits.
No, it
you
is.
see bush. But it's not better.
It was the exact same thing, and I'll tell you why.
Oh, I understand, yeah.
We treated it that way.
Yep.
We talked about it that way.
Yep.
And you saw titties.
Yup.
Corn. I never had access, but my white friend who had that good cable with all the channels. You know, dad was out with his girlfriend. So, you know, we was just chilling at the crib, sleepover. The gayest thing I've ever done was that.
Y'all motherfuckers were with each other.
No, it is tough, but I remember watching it. But you know, okay, this is how messed up it is. When you're watching it, you just unlocked a memory I literally haven't thought about in maybe 25 years. When you're watching it, I remember this is very vivid. I would feel uncomfortable watching it, so I would walk off, and then my friend, who was much more comfortable watching it, would describe what's happening. He's like, "Oh, you have to see titties." So he'd be, and I'm comfortable, I see titties, and then I run off because I felt that weirdness.
And that's why you like audiobooks now.
I've literally never listened to an audiobook.
You did when you was a kid.
Fuck.